Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. First off, I want to apologize for being MIA. A lot has happened. My niece was born and I went over and met her and whatnot. So, and then, it's not like I didn't read for the month of March, but just didn't film. And I don't know why. But I guess it's just because I had one vlog that I filmed and the videos got corrupted for some reason. They wouldn't switch over from my phone to my computer, so I just let it go, I guess. But some of these books I did mention in vlogs, but since I missed so many vlogs with them, I'm just gonna do like a whole video and I'm going to bring you my March book haul. And there are at least 31 books that I have bought / received in the month of March. So let's get into it. The first book that I got, these are in no particular order at all of when I acquired them, but I got One Good Deed by David Beldecki. I saw this book in one of the little free libraries uptown by where my husband works, and my aunt talks about David's books all the time. So this is the first book in his Archer series, so I'm super glad to have this and be able to finally start reading something of his and see what the hype is all about for her. And then another one that I got in a little free library is Master and Apprentice by Claudia Gray. It is a Star Wars novel. As you can see kind of like right here, I have all kinds of Star Wars books and my living room is actually done in Star Wars. Me and my husband are pretty big Star Wars fans, so this is one of the ones that we were looking for to add on to the collection. And when I saw it in the little free library, I jumped at the opportunity. So I don't think I actually successfully got a video up explaining my Christine Feehan collection, but I am in the process of trying to collect all of her books. In the month of March, I bought the last 5 books that I needed in her Leopard's People series. So I got Leopard's Run, Leopard's Blood, Leopard's Fury, Burning Wild, and Wild Rain. So I was able to complete my collection for the series until another one gets released. So I'm excited to be able to own all of these and to read them. I'm actually thinking about doing some kind of vlog, a monthly vlog maybe, of me getting through her series. I might try to do one say read the Leopard's People series in 1 month and then read another series in another month or whatever. It won't be this month, that's for sure, because April is super busy. The next book I got is my first ever manga that I bought, and I'm super excited about it because towards the end of the month of March, I started just reading all kinds of manga, and you'll see that in my wrap-up when I get it uploaded. But I have just been enjoying mangas a lot lately, and I actually invested into getting a Crunchyroll membership, so now I can watch anime, and they have where you can read certain mangas, so it's cool. I'm enjoying it so much. But I got My Secret Affection, which is the first volume by Fumi Mikami. I thought this one was kind of interesting. I'm going to read you the little synopsis right here. It says, "A feeling like no other. Ever since the day 30 years ago when strange meteors crashed to Earth, heterosexuality disappeared. Life changed drastically, and the world embraced same-sex relationships. After Takansi Kazuha is dumped by her girlfriend, she's astonished to find she still harbors romantic feelings for her childhood friend, Ayumi. but he's a boy. And not only that, his grandfather was in space the day the meteors hit, which made him the world's last heterosexual. How can Kazuha navigate these newfound feelings if no one else around her feels the same? I think it's kind of an interesting concept. It's not something that I've read before. I mean, I've read, LGBTQ books before, but this one is completely different. So it's the world revolves around LGBTQ community in this series. Excited to see how this one plays out. So I look forward to this. The last book that I got in a little free library uptown was to add to my on the top 2 shelves of this shelf that I'm sitting in front of homes all of my classic books that I have right now. And in previous videos I have mentioned that I'm trying to build up my classic collection. So I got the Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, and I've seen on Hulu that they have made a TV series based off of this, and I've seen teasers here and there about it, and it looks fairly interesting, so I want to see where it progressed from. So I'm glad to have this as well. So again, these are in no particular order. I just stacked them in here and I'm just going off the stacks. So the next book is Hunting Adeline, which is the second book in the Cat and Mouse duet. It is a dark romance duet. I've started reading Hunting Adeline. It was towards the end of last year, I believe, and I was thoroughly enjoying the concept of the beginning of it. I didn't finish it because I was reading it through KU, and I'm this sounds like something that I would like to own physically and just binge read. So I now have the entire Cat and Mouse duet, so I'm excited for that. And then the next book I got, again, another author that I'm trying to collect, is Colleen Hoover. I read It Ends With Us years ago, and I enjoyed it. It was interesting, but this one is supposed to go back and talk about what happened before everything happened, I think. I don't know if I misunderstood the description of it in a video that I saw about it, but I got It Ends With Us, and I plan on rereading It Ends With Us and continuing into this one as well. Okay, so on the top shelf of this white shelf here, I have my Disney books. I'm a big Disney fan. I've watched so many movies, and now they're coming out with all these books and stuff, and I'm super excited about it. But I am also in the middle of trying to collect all of the Twisted Tale series. So in the month of March, I was able to get Reflection, which is Mulan's story, but I'm excited to have it and to continue reading on in the series. And then next, I have Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. I believe I had a e-arc of this one through NetGalley, but I think the file on it was weird, and I mean, I still want to read it, so I just figured it's probably going to be something that I'll enjoy anyway and want on my shelf, so I just went and bought a physical copy. And then this next book I have been seeing all over BookTube, and I'm just I never read anything of his, and Realmathon is this month, so I could just throw this into my Realmathon TBR because of the team I'm on. But that is How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. Like I said, I've heard all kinds of things about this, and it just sounds interesting to me, and I hope to get to it this month. So the next book is a chunker, but that is A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. This is the prequel to The Priory of the Orange Tree, and I mean, I tried reading it last year, but I just got so overwhelmed with it because of how big it was, and I had borrowed it from the library and I was running out of time, so I figured I would just try to get the physical copy of it, and my grandmother actually bought it for me as a gift, and I got it also because I had gotten the e-arc for this one as well through NetGalley, but for some reason the file was weird as well, so I went and got a physical copy. The next book that I have is The Choice by Nora Roberts, which is the third book in the Dragonheart Legacy series. I haven't started this series yet, but I wanted to just get the whole series and just binge read it at one time. So again, I have Verity by Colleen Hoover. Like I said in the description of It Starts With Us, as I am trying to collect all of her books as well. But this one specifically I had my eye on because it's the collector's edition of it, and the cover is just super stunning, and it has an exclusive chapter in it. So this is another one that I've been seeing all over, you know, Book Talk and BookTube, and I just need to get to it, and now I finally can, now that I own it. The next book I have is, I had the book already, but my copy of it was super damaged and it was missing its dust jacket, so I just went and replaced it, so my Cassandra Clare shelf looks super nice. But that is Clockwork Princess, and this is the final book in the Infernal Devices series. So I'm excited to have this copy because now my Cassandra Clare shelf looks absolutely stunning. So another project that I've been working on. And I just went and binge bought them because everybody's like, just read them already. And I have started the one series and I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm probably going to go back and just reread the first one and just go through them now that I own them all. Okay, I apologize. My camera told me that I had no more space, so I had to go and clear out some space. But where I was at is my Sarah J. Maas books. I finally own all of her books except for her Catwoman book, but now I can binge read all 3 series. So I'm going to start with my ACOTAR books that I got. I got A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and A Court of Silver Flames. So now I own all of ACOTAR and I can just go and binge read them, and a couple of my friends are wanting to do a buddy read of all 3 series, so that's super exciting. Which brings me to the last 4 books in the Throne of Glass series. So I have Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, and Kingdom of Ash. And this one is chunky compared to the other ones in the series. But now I have the entirety of the ACOTAR series, the Throne of Glass series, and Crescent City until next year when she releases the 3rd book. So that's exciting. I have one last little stack here. I have Keelan's Return, Taking a Chance, and Returning for Writer by Noelle Ron Johnson. All the books in the Returning series. And Noelle is actually a good friend of mine, and this was the very first book of hers that I ever picked up, and I thoroughly enjoyed. It was my first male book that I ever read, and I am ecstatic to have the series. That means I have all of her books that she has published as of right now. To go back to the Christine Feehan part, I was also able to finish the Carpathian series, Dark Carpathian series, however you call the series. I was able to finish that this month too. So I got Dark Whisper and Dark Song by her. These are 2 of the more recent books published in the series. This one actually just came out this year. I think it came out this year. Let me check. No, it actually came out last year. So it was probably the end of last year that it came out. But now I have all of them, so I'm excited for that. And then lastly, I have my March pick for Book of the Month, and that is The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth. And I'm planning on buddy reading this with Jen from Jessia Reads. But yeah, this one kind of caught me because it says, picture a lovely cottage on a cliff with sloping lawns, walking paths, and beautiful flowers. It's Gabe and Pippa's Wright's dream home in a sleepy coastal town. But their perfect house hides something sinister. The tall cliffs have become a popular spot for people to end their lives. Over the past several months, Gabe comes to their rescue, literally talking them off the ledge. Until one day, he doesn't. When Peppa discovers Gabe knew the victim, the questions spiral. Did the victim jump? Was she pushed? And would Gabe, the love of Pippa's life, her soulmate, lie? As the perfect facade for their marriage begins to crack, the deepest and darkest secrets begin to unravel, because sometimes the most convincing lies are the ones we tell ourselves. That sounds extremely fascinating, and I hope to pick this up in the month of April as well for Ramadan. So that is my book haul for the month of March. So if you have read any of these and enjoyed them, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below and to tell me which I should pick up first. And I will catch you in my next video. Bye.